Hello everyone, this is Edgar with Joe's Gaming and Electronics. Here to show you how to repair or replace your left side main board on your Bose Ultras. Tools you'll need, pretty simple. Soldering iron at 500 degrees Celsius. You could do 400, but 500 simpler for unsoldering and resoldering, as you don't need to hold the soldering iron on the soldering points too long and ruin the board. Soldering paste, very helpful. 2.0 Phillips, tweezers, pry tool. Now let's get started. First, grab your pry tool, grab your ear pad, pop this off just like that. Once you get 3 off, pops off. Take this off. There is tape in here if this is your first time opening up your headphones, so you could just pop that off, replace it with new tape. You don't have to have tape on it. This one has no tape and it never falls out. Then you'll have 1, 2, 3 screws to take out. 4 actually. Yeah. 4th one, but I only have 2 screws in just to make it faster for the video. Just like that. This should come off. Be very careful because it's held by a ribbon right here, and you do not want to rip that ribbon. You grab either your tweezers or your prying tool and pop that clip off right there. You can do this all with your fingers, but I got chubby fingers, so it's gonna, a lot harder. Put that to the side. You don't need a heat gun here, but if you have one or you have a hair dryer, you could use one to pop off these points. It's sitting with 2 dabs of hot glue on each side. So you want to heat them up a little bit. I'll do one heated and I'll do one without heat, just to show you guys it's doable both ways. Heat just makes it a lot easier, and a blow dryer, hair dryer, whatever you call them, work perfectly. Pop that off, and just like that, comes off. And this is without heat. It's a little harder without heat, but if you're careful, just go on it from top, put a little pressure down. Just be careful not to cut the ribbon, puncture the ribbon just a little bit at a time. If you had a flat head, this would be a lot easier, but I use my tweezers, and that's how you pop this one off. Same thing, boom, done. Now we got 1 screw or 2 screws. We say leave them in there till we're done. We got the battery 3 wires. Those will be at the very end. Pull those off. But now this is where the soldering paste comes in. You add a dab on each point, just a little bit. That's enough for you. Grab your soldering iron, and if you have a phone present, take a picture of the wires with your phone. We will have schematics in the description as well, all the tools, but just in case, grab your phone, just because there's a lot of colors, and some of them are very close to each other. There's like 3 shades of orange, so it'll be nice if you have your phone present so you can take a photo as well, look at both schematics and cross-reference them for colors. You want to start with the top first, then the middle, then the bottom.
Hey, this is Joe from the Sauna. If this video brought you value, please support us by buying parts, tools, refurbished electronics, or sending your device in for repairs so we can keep offering you free repair tutorials. Back to the video.
Because the way the order you pulled them off on will basically the order you put them on. It'll just be a lot easier, because now that I'm pulling them off, these ones will sit in the back, and then the close ones will sit at the front. Also be careful with your soldering iron. Don't want to touch anything inside and melt it, or you're not going to have a fun day. Screwing everything back in. This is probably all going to be fast forwarded, but I talk either way. I love talking. I can sit here for hours and solder and talk. I actually can't do that. I hate soldering. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and I do not like it. But so that's how it looks when you're done and you put soldering paste on. Now I'm gonna do these 3, the battery ones, without soldering paste, and I'll show you how much longer it takes and how much worse it kind of looks, because the soldering paste not always, it sticks to your soldering iron, it gets everywhere, but soldering paste allows it to stay in its solder position without going to the iron, and you don't want a whole bunch of solder on your iron. Then when you're resoldering, you're gonna put too much on one point, and it's just a big headache, which I actually have one right now. Grab your Phillips, you got 2 screws to undo, 1, 2, perfect. Pull the board off. That's your left side main board. I believe this one is for power, and the board on the right side is for Bluetooth, which you can do just for your next solder job. You can clean it off now. Grab rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. Just clean it off a little bit so it's not very sticky, because that solder paste gets everywhere. Then you put more solder paste on, and you just won't have double solder paste on there. Throw away that board, grab your new board. Be very careful when you're putting it in. You don't want to cut these ribbons. So I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, this is a pain in the butt sometimes, but you know you're in position when this little hole right there, this little plastic piece that sits in it, boom, and then same right here, boom. You see this tiny little black plastic pieces, then you'll be right where the hole is. Now before you do anything else, you want to screw the board down. Once it stops giving, don't go any further. Don't need to do it too much pressure or you will ruin it. Amazing. Now you can clip these back in. You can hear click if you're in the right positioning. Like that. I don't know if you heard that. See, it's just a lot of solder paste and it's getting everywhere. This is why you should clean it off a little bit. Just a little bit like that. Do not do this with water or your headphones. Let's just, say they end up in the fill. garbage fill, and I have my schematics right here. This part will take very long. It's most likely gonna get fast forwarded, but it's as simple as putting solder paste on every point, just a little bit, not too much. Spread the love all around in each solder point. Don't leave one all by itself. That's just rude. Like, you know, that one family member that never gets invited because they have a different political view, you know, to Christmas or Thanksgiving. You want to spread all the love around. Now that you have all your solder paste on there, grab your schematic and you start from bottom up. A lot simpler, so the wires aren't getting in the way of each other. Just be very careful when you're in here to not lean against the plastic or it'll melt right through. And again, your headphones are no longer, they're still usable if you melt a little bit of plastic. This is why I use tweezers, because getting through these wires sometimes is a bundle of fun. Hope the music you guys are listening to is fire. It's a good relaxing music. And if there's no music playing, I hope I'm not babbling about some random stuff. Taking a little long because I'm making sure all the colors are the same. So we got green, blue. That's why you pull off the wires top down, because the first half, perfect. Now you pick up the rest and you just go down the line again. There you go. All the solder points are down. Then again, you grab some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and just wipe it down a little bit at the end. Don't go too hard. And while you're wiping it down, if any of your solder points are bad, when you pull down like this, they'll come off the board. But if they don't, you can raise them up. Nothing's coming off. You did a darn good job. Next is the battery. See, that took a lot longer without soldering paste. Good. There you go. Now, once that's done, check your solder points again, make sure no 2 points are touching and all the colors are correct. If one color is off, yeah, that's no good. Okay, this part is gonna be very fun. Want to get this ribbon back in, close the pin. That's how it should look right there. You get the ribbon in. Once you can't push any further, don't put too much pressure. You close that. Then there you go on that front. Double check everything and now you place it down. On each side, there's a tiny little pin. Make sure you're flush. Make sure every single pin fits in all positions, and if one side's down, the other side's too far up, that means something underneath is in the way and you want to check that. But all pins are good. Screw in your screws, 1, 2, 3. Place your mesh back and then clip, go into the holes, should all clip in. Pull on it a little bit to make sure. See, this does not come out without tape. And that is how you repair your Bose Ultra left main board. And for cleaning tips, I'm just starting to do this at the end of every video because on Reddit, going over the repair forms, I've noticed a lot of people say, oh, if you want to clean your headphones, just grab a microfiber towel and put some water on it and damp it up. That is a no bueno. You do not want to do that, because if water gets into even these tiny microphone ports, once water gets in your headphones, they're done. Hopefully there's a good deal on Black Friday and you can replace them. If not, that's a new pair of headphones, or you could send in for a repair, but we're trying to save you money here by showing you how to repair your headphones. So have a great day.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you guys love what we do, please support us. You guys can click on the links that we have on the end screen. You guys can buy parts, sales, or service so we can continue to make great videos for you guys for many more years. Thank you.